So, like I said, we're probably going to do the flight level next, Night Flight. It's nice and relaxing as far as the flight level goes. They're not too terribly difficult. Also a bit of a color scheme change here, which I enjoy. Less boring oranges and browns that we see in the rest of the Peacekeepers. Now we have these nice cool colors, purples and blues. I like cool colors. Cool as in both, well, you know, like, you know, aloof and interesting and mysterious, and also cool as in cold, blues, greens, purples. Oh yeah, that organ. It's so good. So, unlike the first flight level, everything is laid out completely linearly. Which is a bit more boring, honestly, but whatever. Fly through all these arches, and then we have to light some lighthouses, which is weird considering how we do it. Lighthouses which are obviously electrically charged, and we're just shooting them with fire, and magically they are lit. So, we are going to cut it close for time, though, even though we've done everything as perfect as we can. They only barely give you the amount of time that you need. Oh. I missed this one my first time going through this level. I cut it actually pretty close when I was practicing this level earlier. I had 0.6 seconds left, but new record still. We won't try again. We will head back to home, and we'll do the ice caverns, and then we'll be all set to hit the boss. So doing Night Flight before ice caverns was good. We kind of transitioned from those warmer colors to a more darker, cooler palette. And we'll be seeing much more of that in the ice caverns, if I can find it. Am I lost? Where is... Hold on a moment. Is it over here? There we go. It's hidden, okay? It's hard to see. Ice cavern. So yeah, it's a different feeling level than we've seen before. And we have 400 gems and 5 dragons. So a bit more dragonage here going on. One thing interesting about Spyro is that I mentioned last time that, or 2 episodes ago, considering how I'm divvying this up, that Spyro was originally green. Well, that wasn't the only change Spyro went through in his design. There were a bunch of concept art and design ideas for Spyro. Spyro went through a large evolution before landing here. And there were a bunch of pictures. I'll throw a few of them up, because they're actually interesting to look at what we almost had.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
So yep, still reminding stuff we learned already. It happens. So, it's sort of interesting what we almost ended up with Spyro. Spyro was a little bit pudgier to begin with, a fatter snout, less slender, more overtly cartoony, like something I'd see in a Looney Tunes short, almost. And through a bunch of evolution design decisions, he was kind of morphed into this mid to late 90s, not necessarily too overly extreme with an X, but you get what I mean.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Gears turn into Spyro's head, we know what we're gonna do. So, this is one thing that's sort of a pain about the ice cavern. These gems are up here, and to get them you have to charge into the posts, and you gotta line yourself up very well, otherwise you'll just careen into the abyss here. Nice purple abyss, more of a lavender. So yeah, Spyro originally was more overtly cartoonish, looked very different. I'm not sure exactly when in the process they decided, hey, let's make him a little bit more, you know, cool and and hip. But I do know the change from green to purple came relatively late. There is some concept art where Spyro is colored in and he is green. So the key to that safe is just right here. Not too hard to get to. And we can work our way back up. Ice Caverns is sort of a large level and it's easy to get lost in. It's relatively linear, but there's a few offshoot branches that head into other areas that are easy to miss. And I can guarantee you we'll be running around looking for gems we didn't know we missed. It's very easy to miss gems here.
Thank you for releasing me.
No problem. So let's head through here. I do like the aesthetic of this stage a bit more than the rest of the Peacekeepers worlds. But sadly, or maybe luckily, depending on your outlook, we are almost done with Peacekeepers. We only have one more stage to go after this, the boss, and like all the bosses in the game, the bosses are really kind of a non-issue. There are 3 lives up here, and they're sort of a pain to get to, so I'm just not going to bother. It's not like we're hard on... It's not like we're running out of lives anyway. We need to be very careful with these. It's easy to fall off. Oh! Like there. And so these guys are big and they're armored. And, well, how we beat them, the guy said earlier, makes their feet a little slippery, so all we'd have to do is charge into them and they just fall off and presumably die a slow, painful death in the weird purple goo. Not my fault. So yeah, just boot them off. And they spit up the gem. Presumably it was... Oh, shit. Well, yeah, that's what happens. That's our first death. Which, hey, for almost at the end of World 2, that's not terrible. So we have to head it back up. This is a good time to mention, if you beat an enemy and have already gotten their gems, they drop sort of this orb thing, and if you collect 20 of them, you get an extra life. So lives are easy to come by. You're not really gonna run out anytime soon. And again, they spit that up. For some reason, they had it in their mouths. Maybe gems are tasty. They're more like pearls, really, what they spit up after you've already beaten them. I've always considered pearl kind of bullshit gem. Like, they're the birth gemstones and stuff. Oh shit, god damn it. Like I said, it's really easy to just careen off the edge when you're trying to get those gems off those lampposts. Like, my birthstone is a diamond. I was born in April. And, you know, that sucks because that basically confirms I will never have my gemstone on anything ever. Because diamonds are pretty expensive. I'd much rather have, you know, a sapphire or emerald or something. Amethyst is purple. But, my mom's is July, and I believe hers is pearl, and that's always seemed like kind of a jip to me, you know? Is a pearl really a gem? How is a gem defined? It has to do with the structure, how it's built molecularly, right? It has which is why it has these angular edges and stuff. I could be completely wrong. There are a few people I know about that can tell me more about this, but that's how I understand gems, and a pearl doesn't really seem to fit that definition. Oop. Hello.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
You've been talking up and down about what you want to do this entire game. Don't fucking act all aloof now. Okay, yeah, we've been here. So, we're missing... We haven't opened that safe yet, so that's probably where some gems are, but we are missing... We're missing an entire dragon is what we're missing, so that means we haven't been to an entire area. Like I said, there are a few offshoot places in ice caverns that are easy to miss. So let's work our way back up. Aha, we haven't been down this way. Here we go.
Thank you for releasing me.
A lot of them say that. It's pretty lazy. Man, lives are just scattered around everywhere here. So beat this guy, we'll head back up. This will lead us back to where the safe is. And hopefully we didn't miss too many gems out elsewhere, so we don't have to backtrack too much, because Ice Caverns is kind of a pain to move around. Huh. Yeah. Video games, right? I'm excited to see what's coming up next, or for you to see what's coming up next in the Magic Crafters world. I feel like that's really where the game starts to shine. Not like we haven't been having fun, rather, with these levels, but it gets better. So, this will lead us back up to the safe, and I hope to God that safe has 30 gems in it, because otherwise we missed some, and that's going to be a pain to look around for. Gonna see 2 10s and 2 5s in here. Hey, that's 30, right? Okay. Yes. Alright, thank God. So, let's head to the end, head to the boss, and finish up Peacekeepers. I was really cutting that glide close. Like I said, you really don't want to glide after jumping from a charge jump, because you do not get much height at all. They changed that in Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. The physics were tweaked a little bit to make that a little bit more intuitive, but for Spyro 1, that's what we're going to have to deal with. So, let's head to our boss. The boss is Dr. Shemp, which I understand is sort of an in-joke in the Insomniac Games office. I'm not actually sure what the in-joke is, but the word Shemp comes up a lot in Spyro, for some reason. One thing I gotta give this level props for is the background. It looks really nice. Take a look at this. I don't know if that's a sun or moon, but it looks nice. All these oranges and purples. Like I said, my main complaint earlier was that the Peacekeepers world didn't have enough cool colors in it. It was all oranges and browns, but contrast it with some purple like that, it looks pretty nice. Can I help you? So yeah, these guys will just fall off the edge. And I'm actually sure why. That's sort of disturbing, actually. Why did they just... whatever. So, these cauldron ladies don't have a cauldron anymore, so they just hit people, I guess. Oh, they can hit us, too. We've already been hit on this stage, and I don't remember... oh, well, that guy ran into us. We want to heal Sparks now. That's happened on these boss stages so far, getting hit by the general subordinates and then being fine on the bosses themselves. So hopefully that keeps up so we don't lose Sparks. This is a very memorable song in the game, I feel like. So we can do a long glide over here where there's a single purple gem. A cool 25 for us. And we can get the key while we're here to a safe that we'll see later. And did I get all the gems on this side? Yes, I did. So, let's go confront the boss. He's right beyond here. Not as good a boss name as Toasty, but you know, not many things are.
This guy thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I'll tell you one thing. He should watch his back.
Yeah, one weird thing about Dr. Shemp here is that he's heavily armored in the front, but not armored in the back, and that seems kind of counterintuitive. The first thing I would probably cover is my back, because, you know, I can't see it. Yeah, he'll hit once, and turn around, and you have to flame him in the back. His first phase here is actually the hardest, which is sort of weird. He actually gets easier from now on. He'll telegraph his attacks much more clearly. So yeah, that's phase 2, and phase 3 is coming up, and phase 3 is equally as easy as that one was. As he makes weird guttural moans. Yep. And we're done. If we didn't miss any gems, there's a safe down here. We're done with World 2, and we're heading into the Magic Crafters world. See what we got in here. A single gem, 25er. And there's one more of those cauldron ladies over here. Hopefully, we're done. Oh. Oh yeah. Got everything on the first try. Good. So let's head back up, exit the stage, and we're done with Peacekeepers. Hope this has been fun to watch. I've had fun playing it, even though this is I've played Spyro a lot, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we're done. At least with this world. Heading to the Magic Crafters world next. This is where the game really starts to pick up, I feel like, and it doesn't stop from there. And we're going to have a lot of fun next time. So, see you guys next time. I'm going to save the game if I can find a pedestal here. There's one. And I'll see you guys next time.